y'all, it's Charlene from the Crafty Art Shack, and we're back here today with another challenge video. So let's get to the craft desk and get started, and I'll tell you more about it in just a few minutes. Alright, here we go with DIY number 1. Now this DIY was inspired by DiyDreaming with Hiedi Scott, and this is her channel. The link is in the description box. Go check her out. Here's the inspiration piece that I drew from. Now here is my spoon or spatula that I found at the thrift store. It was 99 cents. I'm sure I got it for half off. And I'm taking that stencil that I got from the Dollar Tree, and the other stencil with the little chicken on it came from Amazon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape down my stencil to my spoon because I want to put that local fresh on there on the spoon. So I'm going to tape down and tape around it, and I'll do that on both this and the fresh. But because the word is separated by the chicken, I gotta do it in steps. So I'm going to stencil this with black chalk paint, and then I'm going to let it completely dry, and then I'm going to tape it back down with the fresh on there and do the same thing. Now that I've got the local on there, I'm going to move it over and I'm going to do the fresh. Now the reason why I'm doing all this taping is because I don't want to accidentally get paint somewhere it shouldn't be. And so here's where I'm taping up the fresh, and I'm going to stencil that on, and then we'll move on to the next part. Now when I get to putting the chicken on, I'm going to put it on down by the tip of the spoon that you use. I tape it off the same way I did the local fresh, and you want to make sure it's not moving on you, so you need to tape that down or secure it some way, whether with your hand or with tape. And then look at there's my little chicken, and this is so cute. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I got these little strips from the Dollar Tree. I didn't realize they were just short strips, so I'm going to make me a messy bow, and I got me different pieces of ribbon and stuff and put this messy bow together. I'm sure y'all seen messy bows before, and so let me get this done and we'll get on with the next step. Now I made my messy bow, and I thought I was going to put it down here at the bottom, which it does look good, and I cut me a little strap for the top, and I'm going to run it through the little hole, and you could hang it just like that. But I took it a step further and added it somewhere else. Now I guess I didn't film this the right way, but what I did is I got a drawer pull from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale for 59 cents. You'll see it in a minute when I turn it over. And I took those little screws, because it didn't have a screw with it, and I put it through the handles hole and took my messy bow off from the bottom and moved it to the top. And that is a little pop top off of a can that I'm using for the hanger, and I'm going to put my hanger strap on there, and then I'm going to tighten down my little knob and make sure everything's good and tight. And then look at this when I turn this over. Y'all are going to love this. This is worth the wait. Now I add a little bit of glue to my knot because I cut it kind of close, and I'm going to, I guess I'm taping up my bag. I don't know why I left that in there. I don't want to lose those little screws, I guess. Or not screws, but bolts. Oh, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Those were 59 cents at Hobby Lobby. Okay, you guys will see the rest of this at the final reveal. Now today's video is a challenge video. It's called Try It Tuesday. Happens every last Tuesday of the month, and it runs throughout the year. If you want to be a part of this challenge, talk with Sammie over at unicorndustdesigns. You can also find out the information on her community page. Go check her out. And I'm so grateful that she puts this on, because I love doing inspirations from other people's projects that they do, because it causes you to think and think how you can be more creative. So go check her out. Check out the ladies on the playlist listed in the description box below, because you don't want to miss these. And check out these ladies' channels that I got the inspiration from. And let's get on with the rest of the video. Now here we go with DIY number 2. Now this one is inspired by Brenda over at Rustic Lace DIY, and she is awesome crafter. Go check her out. And here's her inspiration piece that I drew from. Now I did a lot of mine like hers. I got me a piece of pen and I sanded it down. Now after I sanded it down both on front and back, I went and put some of that black chalk paint from the Dollar Tree. Now it's going to take several coats of it, and I put it on there and let it get good and dry. I did it on the front and the back and the sides. I found this calendar at Hobby Lobby. It's got all these beautiful roosters in it, and y'all are going to be seeing the projects that I do with them. I just love these roosters. They're so cute. I have a daughter that does collect rooster things, and when she sees this, she's going to really like it. So I'm going to carefully trim this out, and I save those edges to use for something else. Then the next thing I do is I get my little turntable out and I put one of those shower cap bonnets on it, and I got that at the thrift store, and I put the little shower cap bonnet on it to keep it from getting paint on it. And I'm going to go all the way around this, taking and putting on little red stripes. Then after I get my red stripes added, I go back and add the little white stripes in between each of these. Then the next thing I did is I took this blue because it matched the color in my rooster, and I'm going to put little blue stripes. Now it's really hard to see, but I'm taking a real thin brush and I am just laying down little blue stripes in between the red and the white. Then the next thing I do is I take me a little Q-tip and I'm putting some black chalk paint on it, and I'm going to go around and put black in every one of the white spaces. Now here's that pack of material that I got from the Dollar Tree, and you guys don't waste your money on buying this unless it's the only way you can find these colors, or you only need it for a very small project. It's cheaper to buy the bigger pieces that they have and use them because you don't get very much of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the two that have, one that has the roosters and the buffalo check, and then I'm going to take that and make me a messy bow. Now I'm sure you've seen the messy bow before, but what I'm doing is I'm measuring the width of my piece of pan, and that's how big I'm going to cut my strips. Now once I get all my strips gathered together, you just lay them in an X pattern, and I'm putting mine over a zip tie because it's just going to be easier, and you alternate your strips back and forth. When you get them all done, you just fluff up everything and your bow is ready. Now this is just a piece of pan I'm using to see the look of the bow and how I wanted to make it. Now, since I've finished making my bow, I'm going to take Mod Podge and I'm going to go over the whole project front and back, and to seal this project and to get it ready for my little rooster picture. Then once I get everything done on my pizza pan and I'm waiting for it to dry, see that white spot on it? I'm still waiting for it to dry. So I go and take my little tractor pull and I am going to put it in with my messy bow, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to attach it. And I just end up attaching this one with hot glue to my messy bow and then attaching my messy bow to the pizza pan. Now that my pizza pan is completely dry, I'm going to take my little rooster, just like Brenda did, place it in the center, and I'm just looking at it because I can't wait to put the bow on and see what it's going to look like finished. So I take me I put my rooster down, lay a piece of parchment paper down, and I get out my little iron. And this one came off of Amazon. It's a no-name brand, and I just made sure that since I put Mod Podge on the front and the back, I wasn't sure how it was going to react when I put the heat on it, so I made sure I put a piece of parchment paper underneath my pizza pan, and then I put down my little rooster. I'm checking to see if it's down, and I'm making sure I get it all the way attached all the way around, and oh my gosh, this turns out so beautiful. Now After I get this all done, I'm going to take that jute or nautical rope. Is it nautical rope? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it came from Dollar Tree. They have a white one and they have this one that looks more rustic. I'm putting the rustic one on. Now I am starting at the bottom of my pizza pan because that's where my bow's going to be, and then that way it will not show when I piece it together at the bottom and put my bow on. And the next thing I did is I added little greenery. I added my bow, and then I pulled the edges of my bow up and added the little greenery. Now this little pick of flowers came from the Dollar Tree, and I am just going to glue it down and glue it in place, and then I'm going to put a hanger on the back. Now I will tell y'all, if you're going to recreate this one, and you see I'm also pressing in my material into that glue so that it stays down and covers that so that it doesn't fall down over time. Now this part right here, I am going to make sure that I put anyway, whatever, I'm getting tongue-tied. You're going to take the hanger that you're putting on the back. If I was you, before you put your bow on, put this on first and then go back and put your bow on the front. Now I hot glue this down, and then I take a piece of material and lay it over it just like Brenda did and glue this down. And I want to give Brenda thank you so much for doing this project, because it inspired me to do this one, and it was the perfect gift for my daughter for her birthday. Now at this time, we'd like to give special thanks to our subscribers. We love you bunches, and here we go with DIY number 3. This DIY is inspired by Arctic Lily's Arts and Crafts. Now you see she's a small channel. Go check her out. Show her some love and tell her I sent you. And subscribe to her channel. Help her out. She's doing some awesome crafts. She's got a lot of videos over there from what I could tell. And let's get on with the inspiration piece. Now she had this little rooster over there, which is similar to the little rooster that I'm working with, but I decided to combine some things that I've seen over time, and that has been this little, what do you call those pieces? Faux metal pieces. And I am going to cut out a square so that I can glue it to my little rooster. Now I've already taped up my little rooster so that I could paint the backside black, and I'm going to take that tape off, and then I'm going to cut out my piece of faux metal to put on this. Now this one's a little bit more intricate than doing a circle or something like that. So when you trace this out, you want to make sure you trace it as close as you can, and then you're going to cut it out, and you want to make sure you cut out on the inside of the line, because it's already going to be too big once you cut it out. Trust me, I did it. I know. Now this one I am going to paint in the crimson red, and you want to make sure that it fits your piece perfectly before you do your painting. Okay, you need to go back and make sure it fits really good. This turned out absolutely adorable. Now while the paint's drying on my little rooster, I'm going to go, or my little chicken, I'm going to go through and take some of this real thin jute cord that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue it all the way around my little chicken. Now you want to use as little glue as possible. Take your time and go all the way around the edges, because this just finishes off the project perfect. And it's also going to hide anywhere your little pan or fake metal piece is going to go. It'll cover up those extra edges if you can't get them clipped just like you need to, especially around the beak. Then the next thing I did is I took my little lighter out, burned all the little fuzzies off of this, and just be careful and don't cause a fire anywhere. Now my suggestion is if you've never done this before, go to the kitchen and do it over the kitchen sink where you have a place to put it if it catches too much of it on fire for you. But just be careful. I don't want anybody to get hurt or anything from doing this. Now, after you got your little chicken done, then you want to go back to your chicken that is the faux metal piece. Do not use your heat gun to dry this because you will warp your chicken. Trust me, I did it. You don't want to have to start over. So I'm going to take some of that Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint and go over the edges of this. You guys, I loved how those things that y'all did at Christmas time turned out with the ornaments so much. I thought I would try using it in some of my other farmhouse decor, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to glue it down onto this. Now you need to use a low temp hot glue gun or use some other type of glue, because you do not want to melt your faux metal piece either. And I'm just checking to make sure. You want to put this on a piece at the time. Don't put hot glue over the whole thing. Just do it in pieces, because you want to make sure you get everything lined up so it doesn't show from the other side. Now, after I get that done, I'm going to glue a little bow on, and we'll see the rest of this at the final reveal. And again, today's video is a Try It Tuesday challenge. It's where you find inspiration from another creator and recreate it with your own spin on it. You guys, Sammie puts this on every month over at unicorndustdesigns. Go check her out. Check out the ladies and gentlemen in the playlist below in the description box. And have fun crafting, you guys. We love you bunches. And here we go with the final reveal. Y'all, we're back from the craft desk, and didn't these turn out so cute? You guys, if you like these, subscribe so you don't miss out on what we're doing over here at the Crafty Art Shack. And we'd love to have you be a part of our YouTube family. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Crafty Art Shack. We'll see you later. Bye.
Y'all, we're back from the craft desk, and didn't these I try so hard. Alright, y'all. I'm doing the beginning when I should be doing the end. Let us know. Leave us a something down there in that description. It's not in the description box. It's in the comments. Alright, y'all, we're back from the craft desk, and didn't these turn out just beautiful? I mean, beautiful. You guys, I love getting all the inspiration from other people's channels, and it just went. I forgot what I was supposed to say. We're always doing something fun and always having fun here at the Crafty Art Shack. And if you haven't seen my goofy rolls at the end, or reels, or messed up, YouTube family, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Crafty Art Shack. We'll see you later. Bye.